an honor to be here tonight. The DMA is very proud to have our event sponsor sharing sponsorship with the San Bernardino County Workforce Development Department.
I'm Nick DeMartz. I'm with the County of San Bernardino, and I'm with the Workforce Development Department and the Workforce Investment Board. We provide lots and lots of services to businesses.
Each year in October, typically the second Friday in October, it's been so for 10 years, the Distribution Management Association holds its annual golf tournament, which is a real branded, established event that raises somewhere in the neighborhood of $25,000 a year for DMA scholarship programs.
The DMA is about supporting logistics scholarships. We have this family scholarship as well, and we also have the Foundation for Kids that Mark Chow thankfully directs, and it's for at-risk kids out that are basically in need.
My name is Dr. Edward Knabb, and I've been in global logistics and distribution for over 25 years. But when it came down to the WMS system that would drive the warehouse control system, there really weren't canned systems available to do that.
Hi, once again, thank you. I'm Don Benson. I've been involved in warehouse management systems for a long time, and the core of it is that there's lots of good warehouse management systems out there. And it's not my position, I don't think it's appropriate to say that your success or your failure with a warehouse management system is a function of the technology. Our belief is, and the point that we think that we're making that nobody else is making, is it's in the user. And from my perspective is a warehouse management system is really successful when you practice at it, when you work at it, when you learn it as a tool. It's a much more complex and difficult tool than a forklift. How do we do that? And we want to talk about that in a way that I hope you can learn something that you can take back tomorrow to your warehouse, your distribution center, and start making a difference. We're presenting this information because we think that we haven't been paying attention to that dimension. The media doesn't talk about that. The vendors don't talk about that. We think that somehow or other we can buy it and make it work, and the reality of it is we're moving up a level. But how is it that we then can take what we have and get more out of it? What does world class mean to you? That it takes work, that we really have to work at this. It doesn't happen just kind of turning the crank just day after day doing the same thing. And at that time, I don't know if they still talk about it in the textbooks, but there were 5 functions of management: plan, organize, staff, direct, and control. That we really need to connect with what we want to have happen. Typically, it's not around solving problems. It's like, what are we going to have out there? We got to solve these problems to get there, but the object isn't to solve the problems, because I can almost guarantee you if you design that system, if you buy that system, if you configure that system and you install that system to solve the problems you have today, those problems aren't going to be important at all tomorrow. You're going to have a whole new set tomorrow. What are they really, what's their outcome? What is it that they want to achieve? Which is different from what information do they want. And we never find that out unless we have a relationship, unless we talk with them. How do we scale it up and down and up and down? And how do we plan for it? How does the system support us? How do we use that system to be effective so that every day the productivity level remains relatively the same? How is it that we as the distribution center or the warehouse can make a real positive difference in your position in the marketplace if we were connected more effectively, more often with your stakeholders? Education is not just training. It's learning how to think a little bit differently. It's practice and so on. And we're really interested in how that education isn't just an event, but it goes on. And we consider all of the opportunities there are. Go through it. Even if you keep your existing process, that's fine. But at least open up that question. And so the question becomes, how are we measuring how we're doing? All of this, any of this, you could start tomorrow.